Boom.
What's up, man? Morning, man. Morning.
Take two, baby. Shit. You know I'm rocking them Ducos. Fuck, man.
Up in the G early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go hatless, man, but shout out to Flo. I love this hat, bro.
Man, that's tight, dude.
Yeah, you got to put me for my retirement.
Shout out to all the vets, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. What's up, everybody? We had a little graduation party last night, so Weller's called in sick today.
Yeah, congrats, Aaliyah. I'm sorry to make
Dude, the way the world works, man. DG was over in town, and he's here, man, and I've been trying to get him for a long time because this guy's real knowledgeable about stuff.
Please.
He is. He's good to go.
Please.
But
I got my opinions, put it that way, right?
Yeah. So go ahead, and those people that don't know you, go ahead and tell them what's up, DG.
Daniel Garcia, man. Straight out G-Town. Only born in Lodi because there was no hospital.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, just straight out of here, man.
Straight out of the armpit, baby.
Yep. Fairside, Galt Middle School, where Denny's is now.
Yeah.
There. Galt High School, 92 class.
That's right, baby.
Straight to the military.
Dude, one of my oldest friends, man, back with Weller. You went to preschool at Fairside too, right?
I think me and Weller got dropped off at, remember the little preschool?
Yeah.
What is that right there? A Street.
A Street, yeah.
Yeah, but behind the
PG&E
Park.
I know we were talking, yeah.
There. I remember crying up them stairs 2 years old every day.
I remember Weller's mom used to drive the station wagon.
Yo.
The white station wagon that would pick us up and shit, dude.
Yolanda, man. Miss her, bro.
Oh, good lady, too, yeah. Love her.
Okay.
But this is DG's sitting in today. Old-time fella. He's a good friend. Like I said, we'll get into his cool story we had as a young kid. But
absolutely.
We'll say our what's ups to everybody. I want to say what's up to all the guys I met last night at Weller's party. I appreciate all you people that watch every week. And send me your address. We'll get you a shirt. Living proof. I met a couple of them last night. Got shirts. So
that's cool. Right on, man.
Yeah, man. So what's up to Jason Harrison? What's up to Nate Tosta?
Big bird.
What's up to LT Larry Tosta, man?
Man, Larry used to get me hyped up before the games, man.
Dude.
He'd come in there and get us fired up. I know Scott Abraham didn't like it, but I love it.
Dude, Larry's a beast. I like him. He's also known for his 9-inch pecker, dude.
Really? Like
He's
that?
got a big pecker, dude.
I wasn't trying to know about that, bro.
Unfortunately, I was watching some softcore porn on HBO, and I saw him on there, dude.
Oh, no.
From 79. It was crazy, dude. But
someone got put on blast. Go ahead, man. My bad.
What's up to Mike Chavarria. Mike Chavarria. Cousin Mike, you know who I'm talking about, man. Right. What's up to Chris Whittemore, Timothy Dickinson. Sorry, Timmy. Fucking what's up to Ryan Martin, to Daniel Gonzalez, the Devil's son, dude. The 6'6". Yeah, right? Yeah. That is a DG, dude.
Yeah.
And our special shout out this week goes to the scoring record leader for Menlo College women's athletics.
I think career scoring leader for Menlo.
She holds 10. She's ranked top 10 in 11 different categories all time for Menlo Scoring College. Beautiful lady. Just graduated from Menlo. She's an all GS AC team. And, of course, we're speaking of Aaliyah Brantley Weller.
Aaliyah.
What's up, Aaliyah?
Hey, I'd like to thank her for, not that she has to be or nothing like that, but a great influence on my younger daughter, Leanna.
Oh, no, she is. She's
you got
cool.
to see her. Oh, great role model, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe anybody should be forced to be a role model, right? I don't think a lot of kids should necessarily have pro athletes as their role models.
Yeah.
Other than their athletic accomplishments, right? Because everybody's human, right? So you should be learning at home. But Aaliyah, just going and watching her games motivated my daughter so much that she wanted to play basketball, and then she sees how it's being done the right way. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean she's a sweet girl. I mean Weller and Sarah did a really good job, but
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Aaliyah put in all the work and stuff. She's awesome. Absolutely. Met a bunch of her friends last night. She's a really cool chick, man.
So down to earth, man. I love that about her.
She is a young woman. She's gonna be a really good woman, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So what's up? But let's close those guys out. We'll start off with something slow. We got Father's Day coming up, man.
Father's Day.
So I don't know what everybody has plans or whatever, but my wife let me in on a secret that kids are coming over Father's Day to paint the house.
To help you out with that?
Yeah.
Man, it's a chore. Believe me, I've been doing it the last 3 days. And shout out to Theo Hyman, Ruben Garcia.
Yeah, Uncle Ruben, what's up, man?
Lifesaver, man. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be doing it. You know what I mean?
There's a process besides just picking the paint, right? I mean, there's a process, dude. And
absolutely. I mean, just masking the right way is, so if you got help, take advantage of it.
That's how I figure I'm going to do the front, and then I'll give the kids a side of the house, because people don't see the side or the back of the house too much. But
I hear you there.
I'll dial in the front and then let the rest go. But
and you can touch it up, you know what I mean? Whatever you don't like, whatever.
Now I heard you had a rule too, or was it Flo that said he had a rule like a Father's Day at his house? He does whatever he wants.
No, that's what I was going to ask you. What's your philosophy about Father's Day, right? On Mother's Day, I make sure my wife gets to do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I may make suggestions. Hey, what do you think about this? Like we spent Mother's Day walking the grounds at Ironstone this year. Right? Beautiful grounds to look at, right? Did a little wine tasting and stuff like that. Just being up in the mountains and stuff, But I just threw stuff out there. And then whatever she said she wanted to do, or if she came up with something totally different, it's her day.
Yeah, I did. I try to make sure she don't cook, so do that. She did wine and roses. I paid for that. And then,
that's a cool place right there.
I haven't been there, but all the girls that her friends and stuff said it's a cool ass place.
Right. I think Firefinger owns part of that or something.
I'm pretty sure he does, dude. Yeah. If he didn't come up with the idea by himself,
right?
But how come they don't got some shit like that for dudes, man?
I know, right? They do. It's called the gun range.
The gun range.
Anyway, back to Father's Day, right?
Before 17.
So right. No, back to Father's Day. To me, like my family looks at Father's Day.
Pull it in a little bit.
Yeah. To me, it's like Father's Day in my household. My kids and my wife will do things they normally wouldn't care to go do with me because they know I love to do it, right? Or, hey, if you want to go hang with your friends today, go out and go shoot. They don't always want to go do that. And I understand that. But it's stuff I love. I love to fish. I love to be out on the water, upriver at Comanche, and it's so quiet. Bald eagles and, the deer.
That is awesome.
Just the getting away from the hustle and bustle of people. Traffic, whatever it is.
I like it when your responsibility is to catch a buzz or catch a fish, right?
Catch something, right? Catch some good conversation.
I dig that. Yeah. I got my days where I just want to lay on the couch too, and I do that. But, even after if I watch 2 movies in a row or something, I got to do something, man. I just can't.
You feel like you're wasting.
Yeah.
Even though it's nice to relax like that, at the end of the day, the first thing runs through your mind is all the stuff you could have got done, right?
Yep, exactly, man.
I hate that.
Like, I've been off this last week because I jacked my foot up.
Yeah.
It sucks because you're injured. You can't you forget how much walking is. I mean, that you got to do anything, you got to walk.
Right.
I mean, I feel for my Aunt Chrissy's in a wheelchair, people in wheelchairs and stuff, because because they're like that all the time, man. They ain't got the choice just to heal up and go, but
take it for granted, right?
Dude, until you don't have it. For reals.
Until you don't have it. Absolutely. Yeah. And nowadays, for us, it's a lot easier to get hurt, right?
Oh, fuck
and
dude.
It takes forever to heal. I hate it, but it's part of getting old.
I appreciate it, and I don't know how you guys do Father's Day and all that kind of stuff, but happy Father's Day to all the guys coming up. We got some action planned, dude. We're going to try to get a fellas get together for Father's Day, right?
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I don't slam nobody for it or nothing within our friends or whatever, but in my opinion, I don't get to see you guys enough.
Yeah,
I would like to. That I would like to see you guys.
We'll hit on that, man.
Yeah, that's right. We're coming.
We'll hit on that, but for Father's Day, I don't know. I think you're right. It is a Father's Day. It's like our day to do something.
Yeah, and
I mean, they already kind of planned like painting the house or whatever, so I'm down with that. I'm like, fuck.
Man, if you got a crew, take advantage because I just got done doing about 2.5 days straight, 12-hour days, 12, and a 6 to 7 hours just to get the outside done. And I still got some cutting in and trimming to do. So,
well, I'm gonna have to hit you up after the show, man, about how much paint I need to buy and all that kind of stuff, dude.
Buy more than you think.
Yeah,
put it that way. I had to go back. Hey, shout out to Firefinger for hooking that up, man. Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
appreciate you. I do. I love that guy.
Samantha at Kelly Moore.
Oh yeah,
she's squared away, man. I gotta tell you, she's squared away.
I'm down with the Kelly Moore shout out, dude. What's up, Kelly Moore, dude? That's where I'm gonna get my paint too.
Straight out of Lodi. Hell yeah.
All right, so what's up on Father's Days, man? Oh. There we go. I hit the wrong button, dude. So what do we got? You want to roll into time for friends and family?
Yeah, let's hit that. That's a hard balance, right?
Yeah, it is, man.
So basically, time spent with friends, time spent with family. Try to get the two together, right?
Yeah.
Bring your family.
2 for 1.
To your friends. Yeah, that seems nowadays to happen more often than just us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a selfish outlook on it, I guess you would say. But my outlook on it is I want to see you guys as many times as I can.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how much we got left.
It's true, man.
Right?
You see somebody like Vicente Marquez, man. I mean, there's a dude, man, lifts weights, runs fucking marathons, does all that kind of shit, and boom, heart attack, dude. Fucking
out of nowhere, right? I mean,
it's real, man. It's real.
It is the reality of things, man. But my thing is growing up, honestly, when we were all tight in school,
yeah,
you guys were my family, dude. I mean, I was living with my Uncle Steve out in Thornton. It felt like I was with my uncle, my family there, but my friends were my family.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cherries, Nathan, Kelly. I mean, I lived with them. You know what I mean? They seen my situation at home, and they were like, "Hey, just stay here." They didn't ask for a dime. They wanted me to pull my own weight, and that's one thing before my father passed that he taught me was, don't be a burden, be an asset.
Be an asset, right? Yes. Agreed.
That was one of the biggest things he ever taught me. The Mitchells, those are family to me, dude. The Skinners.
Yeah.
That's what I miss about golf. That's why I moved, because it wasn't like that no more.
Yeah, yeah.
You couldn't walk down the street for a half mile without having to wave 20 times, and that was cool to me. I loved it, to be honest with you. Everybody was always looking out,
No, it's still small like that, and you're only one or two people away from knowing somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's still that like that, especially with kids. You got kids. You meet the other parents.
The community.
They know yeah. And myself having 6 kids go through the golf school system, I know a lot of people, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like that about golf.
But my kids still play sports here, man. So yeah.
Well, we lived in Elk Grove for like 8 or 9 years, and it wasn't like that, bro.
It wasn't tight-knit.
The school, yeah, because the schools are so big, Sports, you had common because every season, football, you see these kids.
Right.
Baseball, you see these kids. Basketball, you see
and that becomes the smaller thing that we were used to as a whole community.
Yeah.
But now it's just a sports community type thing, right?
Well, growing up, too, we had, we played football. We played basketball.
Right.
We played baseball. And we were playing against each other all the time. I mean, even if you went to Valley Oaks, you knew everybody from Fairside.
Absolutely.
That's what's good about golf. I like that, but my thing, I don't really have a best friend anymore. Right. I had one in the past. I had several in the past. Like your best friends, you do everything together every weekend and this and that. But like I counted it last year. I was telling you, I did more things with you last year than anybody, dude.
Right.
And it's just like selective. Like you got time this weekend? Yeah, I do. You got time this day or?
It takes an effort, right?
It
takes an effort. We're only 20 minutes apart where we live.
Yeah.
But it takes an effort to go and make that time, right? But we have a lot of common ground that things we like to do.
Fishing,
right?
Guns,
shooting,
fighting, MMA.
Yeah, watching stuff, entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
We're into that kind of stuff. So it makes it a little easier. You get this guy that usually sits in this chair.
Yeah.
He's not into a lot of that stuff, man. So he's not going to make time to go do that, And I don't blame him. The guy works a lot, dude.
Yeah,
so,
and he's had college basketball on his list for the last 4 years, dude.
Right, absolutely.
It's big. It's big, dude.
Believe me, I understand it, but I'm still going to give him shit about it.
Oh, I am too, dude.
He's my compadre, man.
Yeah.
So it's like last night, I was sad to not be able to go to that, but it was going to rain, man. And I don't have $600 in paint to just let run down the side of my wall,
Yeah.
So,
no, I know. That's what I told Mama too. She's getting on me about the front of the house looking the way it does. I got 8 different colors on the front of my house right now.
Right.
I probably could have done that in the backyard somewhere where no one could see it, but
Yeah. Hey, spur the moment.
The rain's been crazy, dude. I think this is the wettest May we've had on record, dude.
I would believe it. This whole winter's been.
I want to say I heard that on the 25th. they said it because we still have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30.
Right.
We still had 6 more days to go, and it was already the wettest record since for 138 years.
Oh wow! I mean, can we touch on that a little bit? I know we would time with friends, right?
Oh, we're good. Yeah,
we're always trying to make time with friends. I am.
Yeah.
And my wife understands.
No, you do a good effort. You do a good effort of it, man.
And I'm not trying to toot a horn, but I'm just letting people know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And 19 years ago, when me and my wife met, I told her, I said, hey, look, just because these people don't have the same blood in their veins that are in mine.
Yeah.
They're my family, and with me comes that.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't mean I'm leaving you to the side or nothing like that. You can always come with us. There ain't nothing we're doing that you can't see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might cringe once in a while, but you can see it, right? But what I'm getting at is, I said it there. I'm not neglecting my family to see my friends.
Yeah.
I'm seeing my family.
No, it's healthy. It makes you a healthier person, man. That's like when you starve that friendship relationship, right? Mm-hmm. You need that camaraderie. You need that feedback, that man-to-man talk and shit that your wife can't give you, man.
Yeah, as much as they try to be an ear, and
it's the same with her. She needs her girlfriends, her girl time, that kind of stuff. So.
I tell my wife all the time.
Yeah.
What are you girls doing? Go ahead and bounce out.
Yeah.
Me and the kids, we go do something. Go get your time, get your nails done, whatever. Have your mimosas at the massage place, whatever you're doing. And
it's true.
Everybody
man.
needs it.
As the kids change, so does your life. That sounds like a Harley.
Oh, is that what that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to.
I could hear it. Yeah, I heard it on there too. But as your kids change, as they get older, your time that you have available changes too. Like now, you're in the heat of it, dude. You got your daughter's playing softball right now. Yeah, that eats up time, man.
It does. Hey, can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
Coach Raul here in Galt.
Yeah.
He coached her in basketball, and then he had her come in at softball.
Yeah.
Best coach that we've had in this community, I'll be honest with you, that my daughter's had an experience with or whatever. He's all in. You know what I mean? He's all in.
Larry Brookins type.
Hey, thank you. That's Larry. He does that. That's a great comparison, because Larry was awesome too, man.
Dude, Larry's a good dude. He was
huge influence on my life. I know.
Well, you got to think about it, man. You come off of school, you go to practice, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. Yeah. Larry was coaching.
That's your mentor. Yeah,
and you know what else? As his kids got older, Larry still continued to teach and coach those kids at that age.
Right.
He wasn't coaching just for his kids.
He didn't just run up the line with them.
Yeah.
No, he was a staple.
He's a pillar, man. Yeah, he's a pillar.
Great way to put it.
Good dude, man.
Too bad.
What's up to Coach Raul? I seen him for basketball. He looked like he was doing a legit job, man.
His efforts are, need more thank you than I can give him right now.
Dude, and I've coached too. I know you've coached too, man. It's the only reward you have is the smiles on the kids' faces, or when they do tell you, "Hey, coach, thank you for telling me that. Thank you for teaching me that."
The main thing I've put out at the beginning of every season where I've coached the team is my goal is to make you a better player than what you are right now when we're just getting started. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
The life lessons will come with it. Sports teach a lot of that, man. People don't realize that.
Dude, you got to win and you got to lose, man. And there's honor in both. Man. You can be a good loser. When you're a poor loser, it's no different than being a poor winner, dude.
Yeah, throwing fits. Move on.
I can't stand it.
Make it better.
I can't stand it when fucking they throw shit and stuff.
Make the next play, right?
Yeah. Get over it. Ain't that bad.
Don't get me into that whole participation trophy thing either, man.
Go ahead, roll on it, man. I'm on it too, dude.
Well, let me tell you something. I've learned more from my failures in life than I ever did from my successes.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds cliche, but it's the truth, man. It's the God's honest truth. There's no way to learn more from success. Your success, I'm already there. Who's going to keep, that's where people go, I got it right. You get it wrong, man, you want to get that right? So you're going to push yourself to learn.
There's several sports or competitions you need that failure to make your game better. Golf is one of them.
Oh.
Pool is another one.
Yeah.
especially pool tables, just like golf courses, they change. You know, you could be playing on a wet course or a soggy course in golf, or a real dry course.
Yeah.
You know, you have all these different things. Same with pool table, the action off the bumpers, man.
Yeah.
I hit that a little too hard, or I didn't hit it hard enough. You know, so you kind of dial it in, and that's all comes with losing, man.
Right.
Not making the shot, not doing what you wanted to do.
Right. So.
And I think helicopter parenting now, though, the way people do shit now, dude, they don't leave that room for the kids to have failure or taste defeat like that.
Right, but the sad thing is we're gonna see that generation, and when they do fail or struggle, are they just gonna roll over and give up?
We're gonna find out, dude. Because I'll tell you what, they were going over it last night. Curtis was talking about when you guys were on the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
You had you, Juan Puga, Matt Howard,
Kelly Mooney,
Sean Rocha,
Benny Perez.
Yeah, see, I was on the Royals. Me and Harrison played on the Royals with Richie Gonzalez, dude.
Remember that?
That was it. We had one guy.
Weren't the twins on your team too?
Yeah, but we had
Logan's,
yeah.
Logan twins.
But it was me, Harrison, and then we had a kid, Kevin Seitzer from like Arcoe. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was all we had right there.
That was your core, yeah.
That was it, man. I mean, you guys had like 7-8 guys deep, dude.
That was my first trophy I ever won, and I still have it.
Dude, it was awesome. I mean, it was
Shout
good.
out to Bobby.
Yeah. See, Weller says cousin Bobby all the time. I said Uncle Bobby. I always call him Uncle Bobby.
I did too, man. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe because it's his cousin, I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's why he calls him his cousin. Right?
I don't know. Once you get in the game, Weller, call him Uncle Bobby. Well, we're teeing off on some.
Yeah, I told you to get up. Yeah.
So let's get into what's up with the vets, man. Say what's up for the vets, dude.
Well, hey, this Memorial Weekend, right?
That's right. That's what it's about, dude.
The average person and the average
DG's a vet, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah.
What was your service?
Almost 24 years. Just
24
like
years, right there, years. Dude.
Thanks, man. I coming out of Galt, man, that was in my situation, that was the best thing ever happened to me, man. Was Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It made me grow up, which I needed a lot of. Right?
Instantly, dude.
Yeah. It made me grow up. It made me experience unfamiliar people and having to work with them.
Yeah.
Right. And having to get a common goal done, even when you didn't like each other, because there was a lot of dudes I didn't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I made friends that I still keep in contact with today. And they're from Ohio, Wisconsin. I mean, I went home with them and stuff. But back to the military, the Memorial Weekend, right? The average person looks at this and they think
3-day weekend.
No, not that. No, I mean, I give people credit. I think the majority of them know what it's in honor of, right? But I almost feel guilty on Memorial Weekend when people thank me because of the weekend. Because they call it a memorial for a reason.
Yeah.
And this is for the men and women that made the ultimate sacrifice.
That didn't come home, that's right.
Right. Didn't get to come home and get that last hug or whatever. Let me gather myself, bro.
No, that's good, man. No, that's legit. My father was in the military too. Yep. Cliff also, my grandfather.
Right.
Come from a military family. I tried it like myself till they discharged me,
Right.
I think it's something that I think they do it in Israel or Iraq.
You're talking about mandatory service?
Yeah, like where you do 2 years.
Korea, South Korea is heavy on that.
Even the women do it in Israel, I think.
That I don't know. I'm not completely sure on that.
But that's what I'm saying. I think if they did you 2 years, right, and then you go do your college or you do whatever it is you want to do after your 2 years of service.
Then 2 years flies by. People don't realize how quick it goes, man.
And then you get that structure in your life, Wake up, you do this. Wait, after you do this, you do that. You make your bed, you get ready, you get dressed. It sets you up for a real job in the future,
Right.
I mean, the military is a job. I mean, you lived it.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's not just soldiering. It's a job too, man.
No, because I went in as here's how I ended up choosing my MOS, which started out as a 63 Bravo, which is a diesel mechanic, right? A wheeled vehicle diesel mechanic. It's not, when I went into the recruiting thing, it wasn't exactly like, I want to be a mechanic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I did like being a mechanic, and for the reason was I watched my mom after my dad passed. I watched her get ripped off by mechanics, you know, because she was a woman. They
always fuck
that
you.
motivated me to learn that stuff, right? So auto shop in high school and stuff. That's where it started. But when I went down to the recruiting station, right, and they tell you, you know, took my ASVAB and I scored quite well, right? I had a 108 GT or whatever, right? So I wanted to go in as an MP, but the minimum first enlistment to be an MP was 5 years. And my train of thought was, what if I get in and I absolutely hate it?
Yeah.
I got 5 years. Because if you just dump and run, a lot of times, man, you'll never work for the federal government again if you get out on a bad discharge, right? And I had the kind of attitude that if I didn't like it, it would have ended up being a bad discharge, unfortunately. So I was smart in that aspect of thinking, let me get my feet wet, right? So he went down all the, you know, satellite repair stuff, right? Ground satellite repair, MP. I forget some of the other ones I qualified for, right? And then there was mechanic, right? Diesel mechanic. And he goes, it's a 3-year commitment. I was like, bam.
Plus you get to learn how to work on diesel engines, man.
Right. You're gonna well, everything, plus a lot of people don't realize everything that you fix, you have to be able to operate. You have to be licensed to drive it. And that helped me out as a stepping stone into my career, is I had a vast license.
Yeah.
You know, I could drive, you know, when we went in, they didn't have automatics. It was still all stick,
dude, yeah.
Deuce and a half, but like Vietnam era stuff was still around.
I was gonna say, especially them low gear shit where you got 2 gears for high and low and first.
Yeah,
right?
you got like granny, like low, and you just don't even give it gas. You just let the clutch out; it starts crawling. Yeah.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
So, I remember the first time I came home on leave. Jim Whitley, shout out to the Whitleys, right? He hit me up. He knew I was home on leave, right? I was out there visiting with Jacob and Big Brown, and he goes, so what kind of engines they still got, and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling, you know, Cummins, inline 8s, inline 6. So like he goes, they still got that same old crap, because you know he was in the military himself, man. He was in the Marine Corps, and he goes, they still got that same old crap. I said, yeah, they're still rolling that stuff, man. It was kind of bulletproof, man. I mean, if you had some lacing wire and some zip ties, man, you could keep shit rolling. You know what I mean?
Man.
Now there's so much electronics and shit in that stuff that
fuck, dude.
You know, they take a dust storm in Iraq and it'll knock equipment out until it can't even be mission capable. I hate that shit, but
dude,
anyway.
yeah, keep it simple, man. Especially out in the fucking, you got water, you got the jungle, you got the fucking desert, you got ice, snow. I mean, all kinds of shit. Keep it simple, dude.
I got to see a lot of the world, man, that I would have never seen on my own dime, good and bad, right?
Yeah.
That I would have never seen on my own dime. You know, I got to go in and tour Notre Dame in Paris. You know what just happened recently with that?
Yeah, the church
and
fire.
The first thing I thought about was, man, I was just thankful that I got to see that before that happened. You know, so.
No, I know you're in Africa too, right?
No, I actually met my wife, Idma. Shout out to my wife. Love you, babe.
What's up, girl?
Yeah, she mad at me right now, but I still love you. But we met in Germany.
Germany.
She was a reservist with the 118th Maintenance Company, and I volunteered to go over, attached to them. They were short soldiers. I was a full timer, right? So it's like active duty, but Title 32. I know that's all Chinese to a lot of people, but it's you're a full timer in support of the Guard and Reserves within this state. So I volunteered to go with them over to Germany, and what it was is we were doing a massive rebuild line for engines and stuff within the military, right? And helping them. And you know, that's one aspect of the military where they try to refurbish some of their stuff rather than just let's pull some taxpayer money and buy new stuff, like the Air Force.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, we met over there. We met through a common friend. Introduced us. We had our first date over there in Germany and stuff. And 19 years later, man, we got 2 kids.
Right on, man.
Yeah. So
no, it's good. She's been a good addition to your life, man.
She did 9 years. And the only reason she didn't keep going is because I told her with all the Iraq stuff, you know, OIF starting to happen, 9/11. I knew what was coming. And I told her, I said, we can't both be in. She was just on the reserve side anyway. But I said, we can't both be in and be having kids. I'm not going to have my child back here with your mom.
Well, nobody.
While we're both in the desert or some shit, And sure enough, man, she she got out, right? Her enlistment, she ETS'd, and 6 months later, the female that took her place was deployed, and
shit.
then I was deployed 3 months after that. So we'd have both been in the desert. I was just like, see, that's what I was talking.
That's the way God works, man.
Right.
I mean, shout out to God, dude. Everything works for a reason, man.
Right. She was a blessing in my life, man.
No, I'm glad to get you on here, man, because we get a bird's eye view of what goes on in the military, man. And something else I wanted to touch on was the VA, dude.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of we'll get into that. To me, it's kind of a sore subject because of what I've seen. Not with the VA. Now I think the VA is stepping its game up comparatively to what it used to be.
Yeah.
I tried to get Flo on here this morning, man, but he was.
Well, you sent out a video the other day. It was like from Keenan and Peele or something.
Oh, yeah,
where they're doing some
running that cadence.
Yeah, but what he's saying in the cadence, man, is no bullshit.
Right.
It's like you go over here, you fight this war, you get PTSD.
Yeah.
You come back and they just give you pills. Like here.
That was one thing I seen a lot of my friends go through it, man, and they just wanted to throw pills at your problems.
So, what do you think the difference is between the modern day soldier and like the soldier from Vietnam? Because when I see or hear stories of the Vietnam stuff, Donnie was a tunnel rat.
Dude, I've known that since I was a child, and even not knowing the full effect of what that was. Now I do.
Yeah,
that is
it's insane,
no man should have to endure that.
No, and he talks about hand-to-hand combat. Like you're fighting in a 3-foot tunnel. Yeah, right. And sometimes you're fighting women, you're fighting kids.
They're dug in.
It's just you got a mission, you got to do it. But if you ever seen the guy take his shirt off, he had cuts all over him,
right.
Dude, all fucking over him. And I think he had PTSD.
I know he did. Without a doubt. I mean, I don't even have to be a physician or a doctor to know that.
And I think that's what contributed to his drug use and his alcoholism.
Yeah, that's how they're trying to medicate themselves, man.
Yeah, self-medicate, yeah.
I see it I see it with soldiers that I've known for decades, and there's clarity times where they can sit there and they can see from the outside in and they know, but still fighting those demons start grabbing you, man.
Yeah.
And let me get into this aspect, man. I still haven't I've been retired since May of 2016.
Yeah.
And I still haven't started my VA process. And I will go do it. But what turned me off about it was watching guys that I had served, maybe not side by side with, but within the same battalion, within the same unit, and they didn't do their job. They didn't do their duty. Okay, over there we fought and we ran missions in FOBs, right?
Yeah.
I don't say fought because I wasn't kicking in doors. That word to me goes to the men and women, that were, there's no front lines anymore, but who were kicking in doors and out there doing it in remote places every day. I was there serving, right?
Yeah.
Running gun trek escort down MSR Tampa and stuff like that. Some of the guys refused to do their job when we got over there. Some of them refused to go. It's not cut out for everybody, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there ain't nothing to be ashamed about. Everybody's wired differently. Everybody's built differently, right? But when you refuse to do your job or help someone do by not doing your job, you're putting other soldiers that are doing their job at a disadvantage. And then you come home and you go into the VA and flop around on the ground like you did,
some crazy shit. Yeah.
Like something happened to you when you never left the FOB. I probably should elaborate more into the story, right? Because people are probably like, well, they were there.
I think I get the gist of it.
There's different levels of being there, right? Okay. And I felt like me being there was a lot less intrusive into my mental well-being than the majority of soldiers that had to go over there and kick doors in and get mortared every day. Well, we got mortared quite a bit, right? On your FOB. It's amazing what you can get used to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
It's once you got to do it, it becomes fight or flight, right? You ever heard that term, fight or flight?
No, exactly, and that's an instinct you have. You know, you see some shit going down. Are you gonna fucking run from it, or are you gonna try to get it from stop happening?
You're gonna complete your mission within that environment, right? So that turned me on. I didn't want to be viewed like that. I seen a lot of it going on firsthand. Going on firsthand. Guys refused to leave the bunker for a year.
Holy shit, dude.
Sitting down there watching TV all day while we were leaving the wire, escorting civilians with 5,000-gallon fuel tankers. You know, and we're in the back of a makeshift 50 cal gun truck in a M923 with farmer armor. You know, running up through Nazaria and up to Duke and different places like Anaconda. That place got mortared every day, man. Shout out to the guys that served in that area, dude. It was a nice base as far as amenities. They got mortared daily, dude. Daily. We were there for a few weeks, man, and I was ready to roll out. You know what I mean? And there was guys that were stationed there the whole time.
You're living with your butthole pucker, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, when you first get there, you're like, shit. You know, you grab the other guys are in the deep pack, man, and they're like, it's every day, bro. Yeah. If it's your time, it's your time. It's sad that people's mentality get to that, but sooner or later you have to, or you go nuts, man. You know.
No, I understand. What I was trying to get at, I guess, was the war has changed, you know. If like you,
so you asked, I'm sorry, I got off the rails, right?
No.
You asked me the difference between Vietnam era soldiers and
that's what I was going to say. Like, you know, you go World War I, World War II, Korean War, right. Vietnam. You know, then we have the deserts, the different desert wars. It seems like
don't forget about the small, like the Grenadiers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that people don't remember, you know. But
no, like I think MASH kind of blew up the Korean War. That show MASH, right?
Right.
And then like you have Full Metal Jacket, and you have some Vietnam era movies. Platoon was another one. It seems like war has definitely changed because of technology, but I think the soldier mentality has changed too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about different generations, you know, of humans. You know, every soldier's a human. So
I always say, man, you know, like my grandfather, you know, that type of man. They don't make that kind of man anymore.
No, they don't, right?
No, even our dads, you know, they don't make those kind of guys anymore.
Right.
And I hate to toot our own horn, but I think we're the kind of the last generation that's like fucking you earn it type generation. You know what I mean? Because
stand up, stand up on your own type sink or swim shit.
Yeah, because the people now, the younger kids now, seem entitled. Like they're owed stuff. Americans, that's coming from American perspective. Like you're owed.
Man, you never. I mean. Can I tell you, like, well, look, a lot of the younger soldiers before I retired were, give it to me now and I'll earn it later.
Yeah.
That kind of mentality. And that's no bullshit, right? When I was coming up through the ranks, you had to perform the job that you were wanting to be promoted into and prove you could do it before they would promote you to it. Now it was like, well, here, we'll give you your E5. Make sure you go to school within 2 years and then prove to your company that you can perform at that level.
What?
I'm not kidding you. Flo will tell you the same. I've seen it all the time, and I'm like, no, that's not how life works. We giving out trophies to everyone too, right? I mean, that's where it's all headed, man. I don't get it. We're setting ourselves up for failure.
I think there is an edge towards socialism, man. That's what we have going on. It's an edge towards socialism.
Yeah, and Weller tapped on this one day, right? And he's absolutely right. We do practice some forms of socialism.
Yeah.
But to me, they're the necessity forms, right? He was talking about the fire department. Everybody pays in a little bit for that to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Police,
stuff like that. That is a form of socialism. But to enforce laws and keep people safe, you know, there's other forms of socialism that is just going to take everything off the rails. Here's one thing I heard, and my wife's going to laugh at me, right? Because I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan, man. I was on the road a lot after Rogan. I retired. I did that. Yeah. So he said quality, or how do you put it? Opportunity should be equal opportunity to do these things. Outcome does not have to be equal.
It's not guaranteed, no.
Because if I put in 120%, look at Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Busted her butt, right, to get where she's going and where she's at now. So someone who didn't take those steps should have the outcome that she has? No.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. That's not how it works. It shouldn't work that way.
Everyone's given different gifts, right?
Absolutely.
Everyone has a gift. If you don't know your gift yet, you're gonna figure out.
You got to
what
tap
it is.
into it. You
Yeah.
got to find what it is.
And once you figure it out, that's what you probably want to get on. My problem has always been I've been a jack of all trades. I've never been king of none.
Nah, Roger that.
I'm always I'm pretty good.
I feel you there.
Yeah, if not above average at most things I do, but I'm not the best at any one thing I do.
Yeah.
And that's probably because I just as kids, man, I like going from baseball to football to basketball.
Absolutely.
Turn it back, baseball, football,
Yeah.
Or if I would have just stayed baseball or just done one thing, I probably would have been a lot better at it.
Back when we were that age, though, man, there wasn't that year-round opportunity as easy as they have it now. I mean, there's competitive sports. You can play the same sport all year long if you want to now.
No, I got to
We didn't have that.
I got a taste of it when I was an adult, and I started playing the under 30 league, CalMex, for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That goes year round, man.
Right.
And you're playing in fucking Tijuana, Arizona, Colorado. I mean,
Damn.
it was money. That's why I ended up not continuing to play, is because it was fucking money, dude. I mean, you're spending a 3-day trip, it's $2,500, dude. Plus, you got a wife, 2 kids.
Right.
Like,
So we were on like the socialism thing.
yeah, we were
kinda
bleeding.
spun
I know
into that,
we
yeah.
were bleeding off. Let's see here. We'll close it out, dude. Well, I think we had one more thing on the vet thing, dude. Oh yeah, okay. This was going off of the VA from the vet, right?
Okay.
So you hear it, single payer healthcare all the time, right? That's a new push from like Bernie Sanders. Then the left is
I know
single
where you're
payer
going.
healthcare. So in my eyes, I see the VA as being a government-run healthcare facility, right?
Yeah.
It's not privatized. That's
No.
all government, right?
Well, they've started to dabble into it, and it's for good reason, right? They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
remember how backed up they were in the VA. Let me. You finish your idea. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean.
Well, no worries. So what I was saying is we have a pretty good, something that's already the government's controlling medical-wise. A pretty good idea of how it's going to work if the government runs shit.
Yeah.
And with single payer, what it does is you have no more private healthcare insurance, right? You can't go to a private doctor. All that shit's shut down. Kaiser, Mercy, Methodist, all that stuff is gone because now the government's running it.
Yeah.
And what
I don't like that.
No, and what I was peeking into is here in California, we have a thing going where they want to make illegal immigrants have straight Medicare, right?
Right.
So what does that do to somebody like you and me who earn our medical through a job or something like that? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I look.
Socialism.
I'm team human.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not inhumane or nothing. Right. I would love to see people get out of their oppression. Right. If they're in a country that has no opportunities for them, every human wants a better life. The pursuit of life, liberty. Right.
Yeah, the American dream,
And
dude.
not just. I mean, it's a human dream.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, we're just the ones that started to make it happen for ourselves. Right.
Yeah.
And our forefathers made that happen through their blood, right? Anyway, so immigration to me, our process needs to change. I don't have all the answers, right?
Yeah.
It's such a huge thing, but just opening it up is not the answer, because that's unfair. To me, it's unfair to the people that are already here working and putting into that system, right, out of our own pay, making
That's
sure
right.
we pay for it ourselves, right? I don't want to make it just a dollar thing, because it is a humanitarian thing, right? But there's a right way to do things, and then there's a wrong way to do. That's not fair to us.
Well, you know what? Free isn't free, man.
Right.
It's not free.
Freedom's not free. Yeah.
No,
it is not.
we are paying for it. It's
Right.
not free. And you already
that's-
you see this exodus happening where there's tons of Californians. I see it at my job. Everyone that retires is going out of state.
Oh, this state is horrible, man.
They're leaving, man. They're going in hordes. It's not, and it's, you know what it is? It's the good working class Americans that can afford,
Middle class.
Californians that can afford to move out.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you're working a low income minimum wage type job,
You're not bouncing.
You're barely making shit happen.
Absolutely.
Let alone saving money up to fucking bounce.
Yeah, and it's not like where you're going to move to that's cheaper. The jobs are there's going to be less opportunities for jobs. Let's be realistic.
Oh yeah, for that your skill set at that level, you know.
But back to healthcare for immigrants, illegal immigrants, right? I don't understand that. I don't get it, and I don't want to seem heartless or whatever. But it's not fair to the people, to us. Okay, we're paying into this system to help American citizens that can't do it for themselves. Okay, that can't do it for themselves, right? There's been a time in everybody's life where something happens, an injury, a death, or something like that, and you need help getting back on your feet. Well, that's what American citizens are doing for each other.
Yeah,
you shouldn't just be able to walk in here and go, "Hey, give me what I'm supposed to get.
Give me an education.
No.
Give me free food. Give me a place to stay. Give me medical."
No.
Why? Just because you came here?
I remember as a teenager going, why don't they drug test for welfare?
Dude, I've been on that one forever too. Yeah, I get drug tested at my work, right?
I do. I never understood that. I mean, I know I get off the wheels, but that stuff sticks with you. I mean, when you're a kid and you can see that, you know, that's a major flaw. I don't understand how adults are turning. You know, the guys that are running this state. You're gonna tax me for water now? Isn't that another thing Newsom's talking about doing?
Yes, and it's big time. It's not little. It's big time.
No, it's huge, man. I
mean, your water bill is gonna go from like $150 a month to $300 a month.
I do it on a soldier's pension, man. I'm barely making it. You know what I mean? I barely got money to put aside, if none at all. You know?
Yeah. No, I know, man. Fucking.
All
I'm saying, you got to earn it. That's all I'm saying. You know what?
Dude, come here.
I'm for. This is what I think they ought to do with illegal immigration. You catch you at the border, you're illegal. Okay. Yeah. We're going to give you a green Social Security card.
Okay.
So now any job you get, any money you get is attached to that Social Security number. Now you do 5 years in the country. No rapes, no murders, no fucking infractions, right? Your green Social Security card becomes blue.
Okay. But here's my thing, though. What's the process prior to that? Because you're talking about someone who's already been accepted to come in and have a work visa, like they talk about now, or whatever, right? To be able to work here. Okay. What I'm talking about, where the problem is the process prior to that, before you even get to that point.
Yeah.
Therein lies the challenge.
I think, and I know Weller hates it, but a big part of it's the wall, dude. If you got a wall, then they're not coming across, right?
Here's an analogy that someone threw out, and I wish I could give credit to it, but it stuck with me, right? It was another podcast I was listening to, right? But I don't have I have security concerns with people just coming across, right? It's not a humanitarian thing. It's not because I'm like, hey, screw you, go back to your shithole.
There's evil people, bro. That's what it is.
Okay, dude. So the one analogy I heard, right? Because everybody's just let them all in. They're not evil people. Blah blah blah. I said okay, and the guy gave this analogy. He goes, there's a lot of good people. Blah blah blah. And he goes, yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna put a giant bowl of M&Ms in front of you, right? There's 1,000 M&Ms in there. You love M&Ms, right?
Yeah. 3
of them are poison. Yeah. Are you still gonna grab a handful? Are you going to take that chance?
Yeah. It's a good analogy, dude.
I thought it was a great analogy because I ain't digging into that, knowing that one of them just might end you.
A good one I saw was a gumball theory. You can check it out on YouTube. It's called Gumball Theory, where this professor uses gumballs for immigration and stuff. It's a good little one.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
But I like the M&M idea, dude.
Yeah, I mean, okay, there's probably a ton of those people that are great people, right? And I feel bad that they're in a situation that they're in. Their government's problem. Their government is their problem, right?
That's the problem there. You need to fix their government.
Yeah, but the U.S. is horrible at fixing.
Let's
be honest.
They literally have billions and billions of drug money, right? Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
They can help their own people. They just choose not to.
They choose not to. Yeah, it's greed.
But I think with technology on the wall, and now they're talking about X-raying every vehicle that comes across the border, right? Because now they only do about 20%.
It's like random, right? It's like 20, randomly chosen.
20%, yeah.
God, how can you? I don't understand that.
So you send 5 truckloads of cocaine through, right?
Yeah, you might
4
lose.
make it.
Right.
I mean, come on. But X-ray in every vehicle, that's going to change the game. Then I've heard about, tunnels.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking just drive from fucking like
like,
Juarez.
Like tunnels big enough to drive through?
Drive, dude, yes. They just drive from Juarez all the way to like Colorado, dude. It's not even like on the other side. Dude, yes. If
That's
you see it on movies and shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's already been done. Look at how they got El Chapo, right?
Right.
Tell me how they fucking dig all the way under a prison.
Yeah, from that remote house that was miles away or something like that. Yeah.
To his cell.
Yeah, that was an inside job there, brother.
It's amazing though.
It is amazing.
It's fucking amazing.
Hey,
dude.
man, people's efforts, right, are can amaze you sometimes. That's for sure.
All right, so let's close that fucker out. We did pretty good on that. What do we got here?
Secure the wall, man.
Oh,
that's my last statement on that.
All right, we got a little story, dude. This will lighten it up.
I know where we're going.
Yeah, when we were kids, I know Danny forever, man. And when we were kids, our dads used to kick it together.
Yep.
And I can remember them like golf used to have the golf festival. And back when we were kids, when the golf festival was the golf festival, they had horseshoe tournaments. They had like bed races. They had dancing contests. The old throw a baseball, bingo. Dunk tank, yeah.
Dunk tank.
I mean, it was really true Americana back when we were kids, man.
Right.
And I remember our dads went fishing, and we were fishing. I think we were about 5, maybe 6 at the time.
We were really young, man. We were small enough to fit through the old school, the muscle car wing window. Put it that way.
Yeah, so the wing window. That's right.
Not the wing. Yeah, the quarter window, whatever. Yeah.
So we're out fishing with our dads, and we're out on the levees out here in Thornton somewhere. And it was a Pontiac. My dad, I think it was a Le Mans or
it was something
GTO.
Like that. Yeah, I think it was a GTO.
GTO, yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened was we're going down the levee and they're fucked up, drunk, talking shit or whatever.
I think the only thing they were catching that day was a buzz because I don't remember catching no fish.
Yeah. So we fucking go down the side of the fucking levee into the water.
Yeah, off of the. Well, what I remember is that we headed down the levee for a little ways, and then they started talking. They said, "Nah, man, let's get out. This ain't a good spot. Let's get out of here, right?" And me and you were in the back, like I remember sitting.
I remember looking at you.
Yeah.
I can remember looking at you when that happened.
And they start backing back down the levee. They start backing, out because it was a levee road. You weren't
nowhere to turn. Yeah.
Yeah, and the next thing I know, we were off the edge. I mean, literally, I could have reached out the window and touched the water, right? And nothing to me, it's a two-door car.
Yeah.
And to me, the first thing I was thinking is I got no control of how to get out of this if we do go in the water. So me and you were out that quarter window, I think, like in a second, dude. All I remember seeing was the bottom of your shoes.
Yeah. We had to crawl out of this window. The car's down on the levee. I think the ass end was in the water.
Yeah.
We fucking crawl out the window and shit, dude. And I remember sitting there holding. I was fucking scared and shit. I mean, we're little fucking kids, man.
Dude,
but
that was adrenaline dump.
These 2 drunk assholes are fucking.
They started bitching at each other.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. I was like, damn, I thought we almost died. You know what I mean?
It was a fucking near-death experience type shit, dude.
First one I had as a human, I can tell you that, dude. Scared the shit out of me.
But that was 40 years ago, dude.
That is crazy, huh? 40.
And I still fucking can remember like the interior of the car. Your fucking
the vinyl.
I
remember all that stuff, man. Yeah, that scared me that day, man.
It's good though, man.
Hell yeah. I don't even remember how they got that shit pulled back up off the.
I don't remember either, dude. I think we went to Juicy's or something and waited.
I don't remember. Yeah, crazy, huh?
Fucking.
I just remember the traumatic part.
Usually you black out the bad stuff. That's all we remember was the bad part. Dude.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But that was a good little back in the day story, man. Oh,
exactly. No, that was the right one.
I'm not on the button, dude.
So
let's see. We got what's up with the Fire Stick, man?
Oh man, to me, I think it's where everything's headed. Okay, everything's streaming now and everything like that, right? And I'm glad it came out for the reason that
you cut the cord, right?
DirecTV was killing me, man, and I never changed my package, but I didn't want to have to rewire my whole house and everything, so they came out with the wireless genie, right? So the kids got straight A's and A's and B's.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you guys can have a box in your room, you know. You're showing me you're responsible enough. And plus, it was nice when people would come out for the fights. We could put the TV out on the patio without having to wire another.
Fuck yeah.
It was wireless, right? But each one of those boxes was another $10, you know, another 10
They
here.
add up,
High
dude.
definition, another 15. Next thing I know, man, my bill was $190 a month without doing a pay-per-view. And I was like, hey. And once in a while, they'd be like, oh, okay, we'll bump it down for a year down to this. And I was like, nah, man, I got 100 channels, and I probably watch on a regular basis.
4. Yeah.
Or 15. Let's say 15 of them, right? History Channel, ESPNs, you know, this and that. That's all, you know, NFL Network.
Pride.
The ticket, yeah. The ticket, the NFL ticket is one of the main reasons I stayed with DirecTV as long as I did. But the Fire Stick, man, I called DirecTV. I said, hey, get your stuff. You get streaming movies and stuff, right? You're talking Hulu and all that, everything. Like HBO, they wanted to charge me 10 something a month for.
Yeah.
I got HBO. I can search and watch what I want for $4.99 a month through Fire Stick. All the UFC pay-per-views are going through ESPN Plus now. DirecTV had no rights to that. I was like, oops, that's out.
Yeah.
And it's basically you just have to have, you know, wireless at your house. You know, you got to have internet at your house. Plug it into your TV, man. You can set it up as like an app like apps on your phone.
Yeah.
You don't mess with it yet? You haven't messed with it?
I haven't
yet?
got a Fire Stick. I've heard about them. They're jailbroke or jailbreaked or something like that.
Yeah,
so you don't got to
that.
pay for nothing, dude. You just buy the Fire Stick.
Yeah, it depends on what's already on it. I'm sure you're going to want to expand on that.
Yeah.
And even if you are, it's not outrageously expensive at all.
So you remember the black boxes when we were, yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's basically what this Fire Stick is it's jailbroke. So you get like 1,000 channels,
Right.
And it's all the nudie porn stuff, the fights, all that stuff's free.
Yeah.
But the stick's like $250.
Right, and it can, and they're not that dependable as far as the jailbroke ones. You will have to go back and have them, just like, remember the old boxes?
Yeah, you get a new chip.
Yeah, they get scrambled or whatever.
Yeah, then you get a new chip for the box. You take the cover off, put a new chip in.
Yeah, so,
allegedly, that's what I've heard.
Right, I don't know. I didn't do that either.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, right. So, but the Fire Stick, it's where it's headed, man. Everything's streaming now.
So,
right?
so you went from 190. Where you at now with the Fire Stick?
I'm literally under $15 a month.
Holy shit, dude!
Under $15 a month, and I have 2 Fire Sticks. I have 2 of them. One for the living room, one for the bedroom, and you just unplug it if you want to put it in. You know, if the kids want to use it you want them to have it in theirs for the weekend, or you want to get them one anyway. But say they don't have one, right? You just unplug it and walk it over and plug it in. There's nothing.
That's badass.
There's no wiring your whole wall up and having a coaxial cable running over. There's none of that.
Dude, I'm down. I cut my Comcast. It's down to $90 a month. My wife couldn't believe it. The bill came in. It was like $93.
Nice.
But dude, we were like $240. I mean $230. That's average,
crazy, right?
Because we rent movies and we get fights and shit like that, and I mean it adds up quick. But
you get one pay-per-view and like, wow.
Yeah, dude. So, and some of them are like $100 now, dude.
Now, don't get me mistaken. The Fire Stick, you're still paying for pay-per-view.
Yeah, I understand.
Even the jailbroke ones. You know, you go on to ESPN Plus, you still got the pay-per-view is a separate thing within it.
No, I understand.
But you can watch all the old. You don't need a DVR anymore because all that stuff is right there at your fingertips, like the internet is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can go back and watch Robbie Lawler and McDonald. You know, you can watch that old fight.
Love that shit, dude.
Oh man, I was watching it this morning.
Dude, I was telling you, I watched fucking Sugar Ray and Hagler.
Oh, those 3
a couple
rounds?
weeks ago.
You talking about Sugar Ray and Hagler? Yeah.
Oh man, Hagler won, dude. I scored the fight. It was I think 115, 112.
Right. See,
and the first judge scored it the same way. So I'm like, oh, we're on the same page.
I remember watching that fight. We were living across from the airport in Acampo, and across from the Acampo airport.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that fight with my father. It was the first time it was just at that age where I knew what was going on, and what it was about. And Hagler was one of my father's, my papa's favorite fighters. And when Sugar Ray just tapped and ran all night, I think he was more frustrated than Hagler was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't fighting him, dude. He was surviving.
They had a good, I want to say, a good 4 rounds where they had exchanges.
He would sit down very rarely in that fight. He would sit on his punches, talking about Sugar Ray.
But there's no points for fucking shaking a fist, or you don't get points like that. And
all that
the one judge scored it 118 to 110. for Sugar Ray.
That's insane, dude. I've seen that. Yeah.
And I was like, man,
Where did you
boxing
get that?
is fixed, dude.
Yeah. Oh, boxing to me is shooting themselves in the foot, man.
Yeah. They should post it after every round. Each judge posts their score.
That and the top fighters should fight each other, not wait till they're 40 years old before they fight each other, man. That they've killed themselves that way.
Well, you know what ruined it was the Klitschko's too. I mean, because everybody got tired of seeing Klitschko's. I'm sincerely.
All you had to do was knock them out.
Yeah.
They would have. You're right.
I mean, they did though.
Yeah. What happened to the American heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Man, they all started playing football.
Well, we'll close it out. We got one more topic, man. We'll close it out on how about binge-worthy shows, dude?
I know everybody's probably sick of hearing about it, man, but I got into the Game of Thrones late. Yeah. Me and the wife both got into it late. I remember everybody talking about it, and I was just like, I ain't got no time, right? You know what I mean? Plus, I didn't want to subscribe to HBO. Right?
Yeah.
It was that whole thing, right? Trying to keep the TV thing down. Well, when the Fire Stick came out, me and the wife were like, "What? We 7th season was about to start, right?
Yeah.
So we binge watched 6 seasons in like 2 months.
Oh shit!
Right? Like Wednesday night, what's on?
Yeah,
Nothing. All right.
Let's
watch like 4 episodes of Game of Thrones, man, and to be honest with you, the series was great.
Yeah.
This final season was a letdown.
I think so too. We're agreeable there, dude. Yeah. I was like you. I got in like 3rd season because everybody at work was talking about it and shit, and then one of my boys showed me the naked Queen of Dragons.
Daenerys.
And I was like, what?
I got shoes.
So when I seen her go into the hot tub, they're like, oh, the water's too hot, right? Like, you shouldn't get in there, right?
Right.
And she was pissed off because her brother was selling her or whatever.
Yeah.
And she walked right in there butt naked, and then she had me hooked. I was like, yep. I was like, you right, babe. This is a good show. We need to watch this, babe.
That pulled you in. That pulled you in. To me, when they, I think it was the 3rd to the last episode, the big battle with the White Walkers.
Yeah, like an hour-long fight, dude.
To me, that was the apex of the series. Right?
Yep.
That was the apex of it, right? And then you know how movies go.
Yeah.
You tail it down and you kind of close out some of the storylines or where they're going and stuff. I was disappointed that they needed 2 more episodes to finalize things. I guess you had to have the battle with the Lannisters, right? And, the kingdom, right? But I don't know. I guess I expected more because it was so great for so long, you know?
I think, though, too, they could have went a different way with it because I think they should have had 2 more episodes, right? Because it was only 6 for the final season. And the other ones were like 8 episodes long.
Right.
But when she had the dragon and they started ringing the bells, it's like we won, right? My wife was like, yeah, they're done, all right. And I'm like, nah, they're at war.
Yeah.
That's what I felt about it. They're at war. If I was on that dragon, I would have fucking lit shit up too. Or I might have just went straight to the castle and fucking lit her up.
That's what I thought was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see her I wanted the dragon to snatch her out of there. Yeah, something. Yeah. That bitch deserved way more than a building falling on her, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I did not see Jon Snow fucking killing her, though. I mean, that was just fucking... It's crazy.
Towards the end, though, I kind of expected that was coming.
They kind of played into it, but I was like, man, he's getting boxed, right? Mm-hmm. He can be queen and she can be king. I mean, they could king-queen together, right?
Yeah, and I guess that's not as bad as incest as your brother and sister. At least it was his aunt.
Yeah, especially back in the day, dude. I mean...
that was well practiced,
I mean, all royals did that kind of shit, dude.
Yeah, what was their theory? They thought it made the bloodline pure?
Yeah, exactly. Or I think the president, I want to say it was not Teddy Roosevelt, the other one, maybe Woodrow Wilson.
Okay.
But there's a presidential family where he married his cousin, dude. One of our presidents.
That's cousins. They were marrying sisters and
that was his dad's sister.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But I'm gonna throw out there Ozark, dude.
Man, we started that and just couldn't keep into it.
Yeah, I think again it took me like 3 or 4 episodes, but then I was hooked.
You're hooked, yeah.
The season finale for the first season is the best season finale I've seen of
on any
show,
series.
Any show, man. I was like, that fucking like you said, they're building up to that fucking final episode, right? And they fucking get there, and you're like, holy shit. And you want seasons 2 to start, like, right now.
Yeah. You're like, you don't want to wait for it.
Oh, fuck, dude. I was like, holy shit, man.
Right. I like when a series actually has some finale to it though. At an end of it, I hate when the what am I looking for? The last episode in the season has a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
I like it. There's got to be some finality. Yeah. But then maybe add a cliffhanger of what's coming next season.
Yeah, like the old Who Shot JR. Like JR got shot, but then you're like, oh fuck, who did it? That kind of shit.
Yeah. So there was some kind of finality, but still kept you wanting to come back for more.
Yeah,
hey, writing these things can't be easy.
No, dude, look at like one of my favorites is American Horror Story, right?
Yeah, me and the wife.
I love it. Yeah.
Till about the sixth one.
Roanoke was weak.
That was weak.
Roanoke was weak. I really liked the house.
Yes.
The very first season. I liked the second one with Asylum and the UFOs and all that shit.
Right.
Then you have witches.
The Covenant. Was that the Covenant? That one wasn't bad. Even the circus one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the circus, and then you had the vampire one where
the hotel. Right?
Hotel. Yeah,
that was pretty. That one was pretty good.
Roanoke was weak.
Did not like that.
And then was the last one
the
election or something?
Yeah. All the what was that? It was. I mean, it had a lot of innuendos about this. Modern like.
It was about Trump stuff.
Yeah. But before I think it was the hotel one.
Yeah.
Where Lady Gaga was first going to be on it, or was that the Covenant? Anyway, whichever one was, she was going to be the first time on it. I was like, oh man, dude, what are they doing, right? She shocked the hell out of me.
She was good, dude. Yeah.
She that woman's talented, man.
Yeah, she was sexy too, man. And then they had Apocalypse.
That's right.
Apocalypse was good, and I think this new one that's coming out is called 1984.
Oh, they got another one coming?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm back in.
Yeah, I'll be on it too.
I'll give it a chance.
Well, dude, we crushed it out, man.
Crushed an hour already, huh?
Dude, hour and 6, man.
Brother, thank you for having me today.
No, I appreciate you stepping up, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming to the plate. We've been talking about getting you for a long time.
Right.
You brought your game, dude.
Shout out, man.
See you guys next week. Hit subscribe. Tell a friend. And if you want a shirt, send me your address.
Sweet. Hope I wasn't too boring.